chilling in SoCal, Laguna Beach with the family. And I'm loving it. What's up, family? It's Matthew, Flex for All August, and today's question of the day: how should a beginner bodybuilder calculate how many calories and carbs and protein he or she should be taking in daily? All right, there's so many different ways to approach this question, honestly, and it really depends on what level of beginner you are. For the true beginners, I really think, keep things simple. Keep it simple in the beginning. Either, take one thing at a time, whether it's learning how to lift correctly or learning what foods are what foods are carb rich, what foods are protein rich, what foods are fats rich. Take things one step at a time. So that's that. Now let's say you are ready to begin calculating your carbs, your fats, your proteins. Let's just say you're ready for that stage, whether you are or aren't. Okay? I recommend just beginning with a template. A template. What do I mean? You don't, like I said, keep things simple, okay, guys? If you're a beginner, keep it simple. But a template, I mean just a set of figures of macros that you test out for a little while and that you change over time. And always take notes with everything you're doing. Log everything. That way you can always look back and kind of adjust. So for protein, do whatever you want. Okay? I know that sounds like a douchebag response. Do whatever you want. Let's just say try out 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Okay? So I'm weighing, let's just imagine I weigh 160. I'm a little bit less. That means I'm taking in 160 plus 80. Okay? 240. Let's just say I'm taking in 240 grams of protein per day. For carbs, now this is something that you just do for yourself and you test for yourself. And it depends if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. For me, I'm doing reverse dieting. I won't get into it yet. I'll get into it in a different video. But for someone who's trying to lose weight, let's say he's a big boy, let's just throw him on 200 grams of carbs. Okay? Let's just throw him on 200 grams of carbs for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, weighing himself every day after peeing, pooing in the morning, no drinking anything, just weighs himself every day, sees how that affects his body along with working out, and go from there. If it seems like he's losing weight and that's what he wants, cool. If he's losing weight and that's not what he wants, raise carbs. Okay? It's as simple as that. You just take a number, you test it for an extended period of time, and you adjust accordingly. Okay? So for me, losing weight occurred in 200 carbs per day. It occurred during 250. It even occurred during 300. All right? It'll even occur during 350. It'll occur during probably even 400. Who knows? I have a high metabolic rate, which is great because I love to eat. So how many fats should you take in per day? Okay, fats is something you can generally keep low. All right? One trip to In-N-Out Burger, boom, your fats just went out the window. That's like your whole day's worth of fats. One trip to In-N-Out Burger. So for fats, that's generally where a whole diet, where a whole person's, balance in a day just gets screwed, because if you eat out, automatically, bam, what you might not know is, there's so much fat in the stuff you're eating. In-N-Out Burger, a double-double has like a crap load of fat. 30 to 40 grams of fat, just right there. So for fats, if you can handle it, if you can handle weighing your food or understanding or recording your fat intake of grams, along with the other macros, then give yourself a baseline. Maybe 50, maybe 60, maybe 70, maybe 80 grams of fat per day. Give yourself a freaking number. Track yourself on that number. See what happens. And say you want to lose weight, you can always try to lower those fats, or you can lower those carbs. You can increase whichever one you want. But that is how I think a beginner should try out their macro lifestyle, or how the foods in the macronutrient specific quantities, how it affects them, if they're ready for it. Generally, I don't think the average person is ready for that sort of stuff, jumping right into bodybuilding. They should learn how to lift weights first. They should mess around with gaining muscle for maybe a year or two. But if you're ready for macros, that's what I suggest. template yourself, go from there. Adjust as you go along and take notes. Alright guys, question of the freaking day. And I just forgot it. Let me get it for you, okay? What do you think are the top 2 perks of bodybuilding in your own life? What are the top 2 perks and why? Take care, guys. I'm going to Disneyland today with my girlfriend. I'm going to go slap Mickey Mouse and then take a picture with him. Love it.